I'm here right now with Coach Travis Spencer from Muhlenberg College. Coach, thank you for taking the time to come on today. Obviously being here in St. Joe's Metuchen, running the wrestling camp here for the Garden State wrestling camps here. Many prestigious coaches from all over the country, basically, really on the East Coast side at least. Great camp today. Talk a little bit about your thoughts on the camp today and what you saw from the youth and the high school wrestlers and just how wrestling is going in this direction so far.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is my second year. I was here at the camp last year, bringing in a talented group of young ladies, specifically for me as the women's wrestling coach. This is a great camp, an opportunity for these kids to meet with college coaches and to get questions answered. That an area that is growing. Girls wrestling is growing very quickly, and I know myself and other coaches here today just want to help these kids find the right spot, give them an opportunity. So I'm excited to be here. Being a New Jersey guy, this has been great to be a part of.
Talk a little bit about girls wrestling as a whole. As you said, and I 100% agree, girls wrestling has started rapidly growing at a very rapid rate, and now you're seeing camps being built up specifically for girls. Now you're seeing colleges now building women's wrestling. Talk a little bit about, like, what are some of the major differences that you see between the men's and the women's wrestling? Like, how much are they different? How much are similar to what you see?
Yeah, it's because it's in the infancy stages right now. There's still work to do to get these girls an opportunity to be at a level that where the boys are at. And the boys have been around for a long time, and it's hard to gonna match that. But you know, we still need more high school sponsoring the opportunity for girls wrestlings at their school. We still need more things happening. But I will say that camps, clinics, tournaments, the events are there. If girls want to get better, they can participate every week. They can always find something. And they have a lot of catching up to do, right? The majority of them have a lot of catching up to do. We started wrestling in 2nd grade. They're starting in, well, now 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So there's a lot of catching up to do, but there's a lot of opportunities for it. And I just want to try to help that move forward.
Now, I know before we went recording here, I know you were telling us about, you know, you guys get a lot of Jersey guys in Muhlenberg being out in Pennsylvania. So I'm sure you see differences between the Garden State and, of course, Pennsylvania. So just talk a little bit about, like, some differences, some similarities, some of the differences that you see, and, like, you know, how does that all come together when it comes to the collegiate level from coming all over the place?
Yeah, it's actually kind of similar, to be honest. At the high school level, both states started to build around the same time a couple years ago. Both states kind of sanctioned as a sport around the same time, and that was even a little bit before I became the coach. So when I got in, both states had now sanctioned the sport and had it in Hershey and had it in New Jersey at Atlantic City, and now having their own in AC. But it's very similar, right? They followed a good pattern, and both states have done a great job of offering opportunities for these kids.
And talk a little bit about, like, you know, as we're getting into, like, that, we're in the off season right now, and as a coach in Muhlenberg, and I was talking to other coaches earlier, and I talk to them about it all the time. The off season is one of the most trying times of the year where, like, you know, you tend to lean back a little bit and kind of relax a little bit and try, and you kind of skeeter off of a schedule. So what are you telling the young ladies as they get themselves ready? Because you guys start the wrestling season much earlier than high school does. So what are you doing to kind of gear them to kind of stay focused and on track, but also kind of have that leeway at the same time?
We're limited with Division III rules based on how much contact we can have with kids and how much practice times we can have with kids. Different from Division I, where the rules are a little different. So for me, at a Division III school over the summer, you know, we can't coach them or not supposed to be coaching them or do anything. So you just help instruct them and help guide them to where they can do things to be getting better, weightlifting, running, training on their own, doing the things that they could be doing on their own. We practice officially in the 1st or 2nd week of October. I think it's around the 8th, 9th, or 10th from a team standpoint. And then from there, it's all go. So unfortunately, we're limited with our contact based on Division III rules, but Division I rules, even Division II rules, they're a little bit different as well. So from our perspective, it's constant parenting, guiding, giving them the opportunity to keep getting better within the boundaries that we're restricted to, so that when we do start to practice and get into it, they're much more prepared.
I kind of want to just follow up a little bit about those differences. Why is it that they're so different from the D3 to Division 1 and 2 as a D3? What makes it different?
Division 3 has a mentality that it's academic first. And so the priority across all of Division 3, you look at their mission, values, statements, it's academic first. And so no other activity should interfere with the activities of the academic services from an institution. Now, that varies from school but school. I get it, but the mission statement for Division 3 is academics first. And at Muhlenberg, that's exactly what it is. We're academics first. That's our highest priority. That's why our degree is valuable. And now we create an opportunity for you to wrestle, compete, and hopefully win some matches.
Now, and finally, kind of just wanted to wrap up a little bit too, as well, too, Coach. You know, as you guys get ready for the season, and as you said, academics come first for many people, and I'm sure from you as a coach, you would expect that too from the young ladies that you coach. But just talk a little bit about, like, you know, as you guys get yourselves ready for the season, like, what are some of your season goals that you're going to start getting these girls ready? Like, is it going to be trying to volunteer for, like, the local youth programs and summer programs or winter programs, whatever, what have you, to kind of keep them in the realm of wrestling? Or, like, what is something that you're kind of expecting them to really do to kind of keep in time?
We'll have voluntary lifting sessions. We'll have open room where they can come in and work with themselves and each other to try to get better within the room. Certainly as a team, we're allotted some meeting space and times that we can talk. But for me, it's about building characters for life. And so when my girls come in, it's about respect, it's about compassion, and it's about support. It's about respecting your teammates. It's about respecting the people around you. So we do some community service hours in the fall and in the spring. Academics, of course, on top of that, 24/7. 8 out of 9 girls last year had a 3.0 or better, so that's certainly a goal that we want to achieve is 100% 3.0 or better. We want to make sure that we reach individual goals that we talk through and manage throughout the season, whether it's going to nationals, qualifying here, winning so many matches. So we keep track of that all throughout the season to make sure we're meeting individual goals. And from a team standpoint, I want to make sure the girls have a great experience. I want to make sure they get what they're expecting out of the situation. And that we're building their characteristics for a better year.
Of course. And that's something that you always want to see from a sport. Like, also keep focus on track as being a good citizen out there in the community, and just also being good on the mat as well too, and just doing what you can to be successful.
That's what we do.
Of course. Well, thank you, Coach Spencer.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. James Clark here with Coach Spencer from GardenStateHSWrestling.com.